the Premier League Season 2. And our first player in the top left, he's up 1-0. It's the Red Terran from Red Bull. It is... Oh boy.
Takes
No take. Our friends in Germany bring you guys some awesome multiple language coverage of these great games.
Yes, of course. If you want to work on your German, make sure to check out Dan's stream. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
You never know what to expect either on that stream. Sometimes you see Dennis, sometimes you see the the cleaning lady. They just put whatever on that couch.
Yeah, man.
Take TV is a very special place, guys. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you know, I have to say, and a big thanks, of course, to people bringing the multiple language streams. You know, in America, you have people from all different places, ethnicities, language speaking, and they do a really good job bringing lots of coverage. Shout out to our Observer 2, Flo, bringing us all the action. Or else, because even if there wasn't a robotics sleeve that game, we'll always have one observer.
That's right, Nate. That's right. It's been an amazing season. It's been so much fun, especially over the last 7 days. Like we said so many times already, every now and then you think you've seen it all, but this week I've seen a lot of crazy things in the beautiful game that we call StarCraft 2.
All right, let's do this one over. He deserves this one to get full justice. In the top left position, our Red Terran player up 1-0 in the grand finals. It is Red Bull's Bomber. We saw the first carrier built in maybe 6 months of pro games. His opponent in the top right, who built the first one, the blue Protoss player, the Royal Rotor, it is Pigbaby! I love that baby chant.
Man, this guy definitely knows how to gain some fans, man.
Yeah. you have the niche observer fans, and then you've got everyone that loves carriers.
Interesting. We see a gas first opening over here by Bomber, and that, you know, if there is one build that in general I really wouldn't do against the Observerman himself, is too many of these factory openings, which often rely on, you know, Widow Mines being in a tricky position, hoping that there is no Observer out there yet, and you definitely want to do some damage, because we saw that yesterday. We saw when Tasia played against Pigbaby on King's Young Station. If you open up with gas first, if you rush to a factory, and you just don't do any damage with it, well, Pigbaby will just go up to 3 bases, double forge, and he's going to be 20 workers ahead in like 10 minutes into the game, and that is almost impossible. Yes, then you might be able to micro very well, you might be able to get some good engagements, but at sweeping leaves on a windy day, there is just so much Protoss that you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to put yourself in that position, so a little bit worried for Bomber.
Yeah, there's two things about what Bomber's doing that I either like or really don't like against what Pigbaby does, and it depends on whether or not Bomber does that thing where he gets the factory and then just expands. He doesn't go for a starport, he doesn't play Widow Mine drop, but to your point about the observers that Pigbaby builds, we also see normally that he tries to get out of his whole composition a lot of stalkers early on before he moves into his upgrades. Only ever usually 2 observers, but they come in pretty early, and if you do a mine drop versus a player that opens with a sentry, you can get into an awkward space where the sentry doesn't have quite the damage output to kill a Widow Mine, to kill the Marines. Pigbaby, he'll want to be aware of what's going on, and I already like that he gets this Stalker straight up from his gateway. He's not going to rush out a Nexus, as scouting and having mobile units like these Stalkers to defend will be tantamount to his preparation.
Yeah, Bomber not really committing to a quick starport build over here, as he sort of stopped mining gas. He just got his reactor. We asked him about this, and Bomber just kind of replied in a Bomber way. You know, it didn't really make any sense. We're like, Bomber, why do you do it? It's like, well, it's my build. I was like, okay, so why do you do it? It's like, it's a pretty good build. I was like, Bomber, give me something, man. Like, I want to enlighten the people about your build, but he didn't really want to give us a whole lot. Of course, the bottom line is, all jokes aside, that this is a pretty safe opening for Bomber. You know, he's going to get quite a few Marines, has that early reactor, he's going to get a defensive Widow Mine. But, you know, normally you do delay your command center quite a bit with this. But this time, Pigbaby did go Stalker and Mothership Core before the Nexus, so it's not too bad for Bomber.
And Pigbaby builds a Stargate again. And you know what? I'm just gonna say, I want it to be an Oracle. I don't want to believe that he is that guy, insane enough to do anything remotely close at all to what he did in the last game. Although the rush distance does make it easier.
This time it's Tempest, man. There's a lot of dead airspace next to the base of Bomber. If you park a couple of Tempest over there, you can have a good time.
Yeah, man.
Just kidding, guys. It will most likely be an Oracle. A man can dream, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have quite the resources for a fleet beacon just yet. So his natural expansion is going to finish up. There is the Oracle on the way, and Bomber's command center is going to finish up. So Bomber's opener naturally deflects this because you have the fast Marine production, you have the Widow Mine, and the Widow Mine being in the mineral line says, just come on over. You can lose your Oracle nice and fast. And that's really all you need, because look at this. All his Marines are in the natural, so he has both of his bases covered already. He doesn't even need an engineering bay or any missile turrets.
And like, I would love to see him put that one Marine that's on the mineral line also on top of that in the mineral line, that's put it on top of the Widow Mine to make it even harder to detect. But it's still relatively hard because it's in the path of these SFVs. So Pigbaby is going to have to be very careful about how he wants to go about this one. Because you don't want to lose your Oracle in this phase in the game. That'd be devastating.
You know, Pigbaby actually did not probe scout this game, so his Oracle will go to the wrong base first. A scan comes down from Bomber, and there's no way any man would believe that, you know, we'd have something similarly crazy. So you can kind of expect what's
He immediately
coming.
repositions his Widow Mine, the second one, because the first one was pretty obvious, like in the middle of the ramp. He repositioned it to behind the middle line. Here comes that other Oracle. The Oracle is going to see a bunch of Marines. He's going to pick up a Marine. He's going to pick up an SCV. Pigbaby has to be very careful. He's getting very close to that Widow Mine.
And boom goes the dynamite. Oracle destroyed, but back home for Pigbaby, he has just one forge. He is really mixing it up so far in this series. He's not doing the, you know, the anti-Tasia build, which is just the same thing over and over again.
4 gateways being added as well after the Twilight, which gives us the feeling that he probably wants to play an Archon style over here. Actually, it's going to be Blink at first, but he gets armor, and that's kind of surprising, because normally when you want to rely on Blink Stalkers, you would get attacked 5 gates even. Now, the reason why this is surprising is, of course,
6 gates.
Yeah, this is an all-out attack for Pigbaby, and I'm really surprised to see this, Nate. This is so different than what we saw him do yesterday. And once more, I'm surprised to see it being armor instead of attack. Normally, armor is fantastic against Terran to keep your Zealots alive and stuff like that. But if you play Blink Stalkers, you're gonna blink your Stalkers back anyway when they lose their shields. So why wouldn't you rather get attack instead of armor? Because once, you know, you lose all your shields, most of the time your Stalkers are in trouble already anyways. So armor doesn't really come into play immediately.
Yeah, this is an interesting choice from Pigbaby. And the thing is, based on the way that Pigbaby played all of his games yesterday against Tasia, I think he's kind of enticed Bomber to play greedy this series, which Bomber hasn't done, to say the least, but it certainly would work well. Oh, these two medevacs.
Yeah, this is really risky. Bomber threw down a scan, which also is something that doesn't happen every single game, and he scanned the Stargate, and normally Protoss players just macro up behind that, you know? They go for Colossus, they go for Forges, upgrades, and all the good things. So Bomber right now feels that this is a phase in the game where he should be dropping. Fortunately for Bomber, Blink is not ready yet. It's so important that he sees the army. He doesn't see the army yet. He is so incredibly close. Now this is, well, Pigbaby sees this army. Blink is about ready, so he can blink and pick off these medevacs. Bomber is probably really surprised, but what are you doing with all those Stalkers? This is actually really good for Bomber. He gets out of it and he sees the amount of units, and he should
the gateway count too. He knows he's in a lot of trouble. Heading back home, the bunkers should start up any second now. Still none.
One more Tekla being added as well immediately for Bomber, as he knows that it's like, okay, well, this is not what I expected. Now he throws down the bunker nade. A great call, of course. All he has to do is survive. The longer he survives, every second that passes is a second in favor of Bomber. He's currently having a minor worker lead, but above all, these Stim Marauders are going to do fantastic against Stalkers. Widow Mine gets a great shot off.
Does a really good job peeling off shields too. Bomber stims. He's got the high ground ramp. Vision picks off another one of these Stalkers, and not so bad. Oh, Bomber's gonna bring his SCVs. He knows that this is a fully committed assault from his opponent. First couple force fields will drop, trying to kill off these SCVs. The Oracle giving vision to help kill the Widow Mines is nice, but that bunker still stands. There's a lot of gateway units here though, Roddy.
Yeah, there is, but still, bunker is going to fall actually, but we still have 3 Marauders alive, and these Marauders are so important. Bomber has to perhaps pick up the units, but that's so risky against Blink Stalkers, so he's just going to retreat forward Blink. Now he's going to lose a lot of Stalkers though. That was a risky forward Blink, but is it going to be enough? I guess it will be.
The chance for Pigbaby going. He jumps up. He just has a few units to stop this. More and more Stalkers being whooped in. GG. Pigbaby ties.